We're at the GRENKE Chess Open here in Karlsruhe, and we have a visitor here for just for today, HansDieter Post, not unknown in the German chess scene, organizer, journalist, photographer. What is your first impression when you see all those people here?
I'm here for the third time now, so I've seen the last events in the last 2 years, and I'm impressed by what they have done so far inside the hall. So it's much more chess tournament oriented as before. You can see it from the very beginning that you're in a chess tournament, except of course with chessboards, but all the other guys on the banners of course show you that you're on a world-class tournament.
Yeah, it's a world-class tournament, also a tournament for amateurs as well, 1,500 amateurs over the Easter days. That's quite surprising, isn't it?
It is. If you know that in the past we had all these local tournaments of the regional championships, like in Hessen, Bavaria, Rhineland-Palatine, and so forth. They all played in the Eastern time. So it's impressive that it was possible for a tournament like this that started as in Deizesau, that they grew as much to become such an event like this. It's almost unbelievable, but it happened.
You're also experienced in organizing big tournaments and like the Chess Classic in Mainz, for example. How could you compare? Can you compare it with this tournament?
Well, I would say it's easier to organize a tournament like this because, as you know, you were there as well. We had active chess, which is so each game followed very soon after the last one. So in this kind of tournaments, there are 6 hours in between, or maybe 7 hours. I don't know exactly. So you have a lot of time actually to prepare for the next round. But when I was invited by Hans-Walter Schmidt in 2000 and I don't know what, 2 maybe, or 1, yes, you know better. It was it was my work to bring it on a new level, to make it faster, not bring the evening event in danger. So that's all working on schedule and not running out of time for whatever.
And there was also a different kind of chess 960. There was some chess 960 kind of booming, I think, again with the matches in Oslo between Nakamura and Carlsen, and an open tournament in Reykjavik. You're also a very you like chess 960 as well, and you organize tournaments in the Frankfurt region. Do you think it's now finally becoming more professional and more accepted than a couple of years ago?
Well, it all depends on playing it on a higher level, and since the last tournaments in Mainz, we had no real chess 960 event on a world-class level. So I was happy to hear that Carlsen and Nakamura played this kind of event in Norway. So this should happen more often, I think, and with it we will get more acknowledgement by chess players. But well, I'm afraid that all these federations, they do not, for what reason ever, they do not accept chess 960 as a real chess. And therefore it will take more than just a couple of years to bring it in the broad open to all chess players, I think. We need more.
Okay, so in about an hour from now, we have a big game here, Caruana against Carlsen.
That's why I'm here.
What did you expect? Did you expect Caruana to be the challenger for Carlsen?
Well, I think he has a very good chance to win the World Championship. He is a young player. He has, compared to Carlsen, the advantage that he was never a world champion before. So it's always tougher to keep the title instead of winning it. So maybe this could be a great chance for him to win this time. As we know from Anand, every year it was harder to prepare himself and so forth. And this is like the same. If you're the world champion for a couple of years, then you know how it is, and maybe it's harder for you to prepare.
And what do you think about this game here in Karlsruhe? Carlsen hasn't played for a while, let's say a couple of weeks, and Caruana is still fresh, maybe. Maybe he's not very fresh, but he played a lot in Berlin. Do you think that's an advantage for him? For this particular game here in Karlsruhe?
Actually, I think this will end very soon, this game. So I won't think that Carlsen will pull out a certain variation of whatever to impress Caruana and vice versa. So I would rather say that Carlsen is prepared. He wasn't laying on a couch or something and watching TV or whatever. He's preparing like a real world champion for the next world championship. I'm pretty much sure about it, very certain. But I don't think we will see them fighting for each move, and unfortunately it will end soon. I guess I'm not a very professional chess player, but I would do that.
Okay.
In other championships so far over the decades. So whenever Fischer met Baski in a game, so they ended very soon, or even with Tal or these players, they don't want to look in, let someone look into his cards or what he has.
Okay, we will see. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.